Man, listen, and this is what I've been having to say with this situation. All of these things are just things, bro. All of these things are just things.
And a blimp of a timeline.
In our short lifetime, all of these things are just things. The house, the cars.
I agree with that.
They just things. So what we lose in things, we can get back. What we lose in relationships, you can't always get back.
I feel that.
Yo, welcome back to Surviving Startup. I am your host, Jaman. I'm the video guy.
And I am the other host, Terry Sylvester, the detailing guy. What's going on with y'all today?
What it do, peoples?
What's up?
Yep. So,
What's up with you, bro?
oh man, life, man. Like, we gonna talk about that too, cause that's one of the things right there, bro. But I just think, realistically, for me, bro, God been showing out for me, right? Like every.
That's the dope part is
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's like with everything that's been going on, happening, I never even had a lot of stress, a lot of worry. Because, you know, when you already got that feeling, like, you should always feel, like, optimistic about things. But when you got that, just that serenity and that confidence, like, everything gonna work out.
Everything gonna work out how it's supposed to work out.
Like, we went through the thing with the fire, and I was, like, I just been telling my wife, like, the whole time, like, everything gonna work out. Like, don't even worry about it.
How she handle it?
I think one thing is we know our spouses, right? So you know what you have to be for your spouse at times because you know who your spouse is. You know what I mean? So I know that she may have a habit of worrying about things because we think of things differently.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when something goes wrong, she might instantly be like, okay. So then it's me. I got to keep all that together.
Right.
First of all, myself, and that's not hard when you know everything gonna be good. You feel me? But I think she handled it like a soldier, bro. Like through the whole thing, ordeal with everything is just me handling this side. Like she do all of like the logistical stuff with all the people and stuff, cause that's her lane. You know what I mean? But everything been just working out and coming together. So she been doing what she got to do, and I've been doing what I got to do. And you know, she handled it how she handled it. But I think once you know your spouse, you gotta kind of try to supplement. You already know, especially when certain situations hit. You know how your girl gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. But yeah, God been showing out, bro. God been showing out. What's up with you, bro?
It's working, bro. Working, man. And trying to get my wife to stop working because she's pregnant and she do too much. I think she do. In her eyes, and realistically, she move like me, so it really ain't that much. But with her being pregnant, I feel like it's becoming a lot, and she don't want to say it.
Do you think, like, does she think it's a lot, though? Like,
I believe she in her head, it's not a lot, but I can tell physically and mentally. I can, like you say, we know our wives, so I can tell that something's getting to her, but she don't know how to stop. She don't know how to turn it off.
do you think it's really that, though? Like, all the work? You know what I mean? Because I don't know. Sometimes it'd be good for women that's pregnant to you know, be out on their feet.
I believe she's over her job. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got our businesses. we got our business, but then we're starting this other business, and she sees what I see with this business that we're starting, like physically, mentally, emotionally. She sees what I see, so off rip, she wants to go hard in our business because she sees what I see, but she has to deal with her.
You mean in the vision?
She sees the vision. She sees the vision of where we're going and where we're trying to do. She sees that, and she's going 100, 110% at that. At the same time, being a GM to a hotel, going 110%.
And then managing family.
And then managing family, going 110% because of sports. And
Yeah, I get that.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now, right now, she's going 330%, and she's pregnant. And I believe she's ready to just say F this job that she's at, and she don't know how to. And I think that's what's causing what I see on the outside. Mentally, I think she's over that job.
And ready to get,
and ready to do
just
what she
put everything into what y'all have going on.
That's what I think is going on.
I can see that. I asked you that question though, because I know a lot of times, as a man though, with our pride though, like, what if our woman in a certain state, you want her to be able to be good?
Be good. No, that's had nothing to do with that. Like that. I get that part, but I already know my wife, so I don't even. I told you exactly. My wife would never be a stay-at-home mom because that's just not her. You get what I'm saying? So I know her, but no, this is meaning I think she's just over her job with the pregnancy, and she's just like F it.
So it just
she don't know how to say that type of deal.
It sounds like it's just a matter of figuring out what would that look like.
Yeah, that's what it's coming down to.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
what it's
would it look like?
Every day I tell her, just say skip it, bro. We'll figure it out.
And I know how she playing, and I know how your wife playing, because how she helped us put the thing together. So, like, I'm sure when y'all, it just, whatever y'all put in your mind to, like,
and it's a lot.
Like you said, she gonna go super hard with it.
So what I see, I don't see what's going on up here, and I can tell
that
it's a lot going on up here.
Yeah.
Which is stressful especially being pregnant.
How those, y'all went on a couple retreats. How do you think that helped?
Tremendously it helped. It's been dope actually. And those has been dope on a different kind of way. Spiritually, mentally. So that's been dope. In a different kind of way. Yeah. I like it. I like those actually, but and then again, it takes away time, so then you gotta play catch up.
But
so at the moment it's great. But then you get back home, time, you gotta play catch up to 330%.
And that's where I think that's where a lot of the stress probably come in at.
Yeah.
But then we have to know and learn to put our mental health first. Our spiritual health first, because if we're not our best selves in our mind,
most people don't understand,
and in our spirit,
we're not taught to know that though.
Then you can't operate 100%,
bro. Or
because you're not 100% yourself.
Yeah.
So
that's where we at right now.
Yeah, it's like you got to play catch up, but at the same time, like you got to take that time. You got to take that time. I had to. It's been a minute since me and my wife had went out. Like, we usually be pretty consistent, but she got to talking about it. I'm like, all right, let's just go out. Try to
and it's nice out now.
Everything that happened, but with everything that happened, it had been a minute. You know what I mean? It was constraining, bro. Cost of food, then you gotta, buy everything brand new. Then you got all of these. Yeah, bro, crazy.
I know about that. You know, it's all good, man. Everything on the up and up. I can't complain at all, bro. Like you say, he's showing out.
That's what's up. I see big things on the horizon, man. I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
That's where I'm at.
On the horizon.
That's where I'm at. In a scary way, but not even scary. It's just my type of feel. I like moving on the unknown. I move better. That's what my boss say. You gotta learn how to move when you ain't under pressure. Like, I see you under pressure. You can do what you need to do, but like, I need you to move like that. No, you can't get 110% all the time, bro. Like, at a job that ain't mine. I give you 80% of the time. But no, that's where I'm at. I feel like something different than the horizons, bro.
I love it. So
Vibrations is up.
that make me almost want to change what we was talking about.
Hey, it's our podcast. We can do what we want.
Cause this was the thing that was coming to me. We was about to talk about podcasting. We probably talk about podcasting another day. The vision. How do you think your wife see that vision so clear? Right? Because the vision is important.
For me and my wife is an analytical kind of person. So if the numbers make sense, it makes sense. In her eyes. She about numbers.
Yeah.
The numbers make sense, it makes sense. Me, on the other hand, I go with a feeling. I got certain feelings about certain things. And that's what I work off. And if I bring that feeling to my wife, she'd throw off numbers. And then it'll all make sense.
Exactly. That's what I was talking about. Like, the way that me and my wife handle stuff on different levels.
Side note, sorry. I'm about to bring up something. She just texted me this, right? Before I came here. She goes, my mom just sent me her old baby book that she made. And she was going to name Kaylee Terry if it was a boy. Right? Funny, right? Then she goes to say what the name Kaylee meant. And the name Kaylee means energy, positive energy, right? Then she goes to say what Terry means, or I'm naming my son Terrell, so Terry and Terrell means the same thing. And the name Terry means the power of the tribe rooted in leadership. So we got energy and leadership rooted in one with me and my wife. And I never known that until today.
And you see how that play out in your life.
And I was like, that's hilarious.
That's dope.
I laughed and I was like, this is hilarious. See how God worked? That's what I told her. That was hilarious to me in my eyes because that's how we work out. That's how we work out.
That's dope. I like it. I love it. Yeah, that's dope.
Hilarious, right? Ain't that crazy? And literally, we was just talking on the way here. She was texting me.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even know how we got to that note, but that's when you said that, it brought it up, and I was like,
I'm gonna have to look up.
That's hilarious.
I don't know if Yeah. Okay.
But no, that's our vision. That's how our vision works, bro. Because I can bring it up,
and then y'all. So basically, whatever the vision is to say, let's go this way or that way, is communicating that.
I can communicate it, and then she will say what she has to say or how she has to feel, and then we work it out. If it's a no, then we'll realize why you feel that way. But most of the time, it's like, let's figure out how.
Yeah. So do you feel that it is the mixture of giving her the vision, right, and then her seeing that analytically it makes sense is what gives her the confidence behind the vision? Because something could make analytical sense and still fail as a, you know what I mean?
I believe so. I believe that I got a book in my bathroom because I put my books when I'm done reading them, I just throw them in my bathroom. And it's called, what is it? Businesses don't make $1 billion businesses, people do. And I think that's the name of the book. $1 billion businesses isn't run, something like that. However it's put, it's like, a business doesn't make money, people make money. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I think that's where it comes into play where I can, but at the same time, I ain't just throwing up nothing stupid. I ain't saying let's go become a rapper and I got studio time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I'm doing
just out the blue, like,
makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it ain't just something, you know what I mean?
No disrespect to the rappers.
No disrespect to nobody, but what I'm saying is it actually has something behind. Like even with the detailing. When I told my wife, first of all, I came up with detailing a long time ago. brought it up to my ex, and it was like, oh, that sounds cool, but you have a great job. You're a welder, such and such. All right, that's cool. Did you see that attitude? When I brought it up to my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, she wasn't even my fiance. When I brought it up to her, her response was, let's figure it out, right? Let's figure it out. Father's Day that year, what I get for Father's Day? Ask me what I got for Father's Day.
What did your father say?
A van, a work van, bro. My wife, girlfriend at the time, my wife now, but girlfriend at the time, bought me a work van for Father's Day because I wanted to have detailing, mobile detailing. That's where my van came from. She bought that for Father's Day.
She came behind your vision.
Randomly.
Still
Like, oh, happy Father's Day. Here go keys. Let's go pick up a car, and I got a bow on it and everything.
Ah, that's what's
and she was
up,
my
though.
girlfriend at the time.
I mean, it do something to you when you to support.
So our vision is a little.
I mean, yeah. I mean, as a man, bro, like it just do something for your tenacity.
To have support.
To have that support behind.
Especially when you got a vision and you feel so strong about it.
Because that's the last person you want to have to fight to see your vision.
Exactly.
Like, you should have to fight that person.
Exactly.
I mean, if you always doing dumb stuff and coming to dumb stuff, I don't know. Like, if you've proven to have a track record of doing stuff and failing, like, I don't know.
There's a lot of things you can do
but still, though,
But
if you're going to be with somebody, you should be with somebody
that got
your back
for sure.
in your vision and where you're trying to go.
I agree with that, man. And that made a huge difference.
Because some people will let you stay in mediocrity.
Because they're mediocre. Like, oh, you're fine there.
But then again,
you got a great job.
You can come around somebody and be stuck in that mediocrity, right? Because of whatever, surroundings, whatever. Express something small that you really probably have no plan on moving on just because where you stuck at in your life. And then that person will be the person to say, do it. And then they'll do something for you that pushes you forward to do it.
And that's the people that you need in your circle. We was talking about circles the other day and how people push them away from their circle. That's the person you need in your circle.
Exactly.
Because
growth. That's going to cultivate your growth.
Yep. And you might have not listened to him because he offended you a week prior. Because you didn't want to hear it.
I said this to somebody. I don't remember where I heard it from, but even the people that hate on you, they got to find something that's slightly true.
Yeah.
Right? No, look, they got to find something that's slightly, it may super exaggerated, right? They might have stood next to you one day and you done came from playing basketball and you was smelling some type of way. Now, you just thinking, hey, nigga, from, you know what I mean? And they going to use something like that. But they going to take something, they can't call you something that you're not.
Exactly.
That's like calling you a racist term for another race. You know what I mean? They're going to find something. So what I say that to say this, you can learn something even in that.
You should.
Because you can say, okay, I mean, you can be mad at the people, but people only hate when they really hate themselves, for real. So, like, you should never be mad at that.
They like what you. It's like that old school thing.
Admiration.
When a person, when it was like a girl and a boy, when a girl like you, she gonna pick on you type of thing.
Yeah.
You might like everything you got going on. That's
could
the
be
problem.
that envy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You might like everything you got going on.
You can still learn stuff about yourself from even whatever kind of, wherever you get the comments from. You can still, whether it's from a negative connotation, that don't mean believe people telling you bad stuff about yourself, but you can still look at yourself and say, like, I've been kind of like on a big kick with that, like, looking at myself.
Figuring yourself out.
Yeah,
So
really,
you gotta figure you out first.
Exactly.
And when you step back, I usually look at that thing like what they call
trying to actually learn though, like read myself like a book, like really learning from, and in the past few years, I've been seeing so many patterns. It's like, now.
But you notice them, though.
You start to notice them. Once you start to notice them, then you can start to see kind of where those patterns came from.
Create change.
And then you can change from those things. You know what I mean?
But if you don't know, you don't know. And a lot of people don't want to know.
People, I was just about to say, people scared to look in they. I don't know. I can't call
Look
it.
at
I don't know
yourself,
what. Maybe
man.
that's what it is. Maybe it's not.
I don't know.
But the vision.
What
So
about
for
yours,
me, one of my main things is really like what you said, right? That communication. So I'm more of the analytical person though,
though? Okay.
right? My wife, she has goals, dream things she wants to do, but a lot of what she wants is my success,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
It's
So
nature.
we've not to I don't well, I'll say this. The journey in our communication was a journey. You feel me?
As in, you didn't have it at
As
first.
in the communication, you could I wouldn't say it wasn't there, but it wasn't formulated constructively.
Okay. Okay.
Right? So
You didn't know how to. Everybody didn't know each other languages, type of deal. Is that what you're saying?
kinda.
Okay.
So we really had to learn how to communicate better so that we can hear one another. For a while, it was our communication with trying to be heard. You want to be heard.
Yes.
You want to be
That's
heard.
a problem
what you're
in
saying.
life.
You really want to understand the other person too, but first, hold on. Let me make sure you understand me.
Yeah. And a lot of
But
people like that. I like that. That's just in general. A lot of people have that mentality where they don't want to. What is it? Not listen and learn.
But it's a habit though.
It's a habit.
It's habitual, and you ingrain it within yourself.
Yeah.
Really through your life and how you ain't like we're not taught.
We're not taught that.
You're not taught that.
We're not taught to listen and learn.
Exactly. You listen to learn.
Listen and learn, not to
And that's
respond.
easier said than done when you've been doing the total opposite
Yes.
your whole life. You know what I mean? F what a ninja think. Is it almost your time, bro?
No, you good.
Let me know when we on like 10 minutes.
And all
So yeah, we learned a lot about each other and our communication by trying to fix stuff in our communication that we saw like, okay, this ain't working. So once we worked on that, now I had the ability to understand that because I'm like, don't do something. I want you to be able to whatever dreams you have, I don't want you to stop whatever dreams you have
Yeah.
for me.
Don't be a
To support me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's your and before when she might say stuff, I'm like, I don't really
believe it.
No. But once we got to a better level of communication, I understand now. It's not just like whether I understand that my success that I'm trying to create for us is actually something that she's very passionate about. You know what I mean? So now I can give her the vision and communicate it clearly. But I'm the analytical one, so I
That's your
gotta.
CEO.
And she's more like okay, she more like the. If I say something, I'll be put analytical. She like, let's go.
Do it.
You know what I mean?
That's dope, though.
So
It's dope y'all grew to that.
yeah, definitely was growth.
Because that means it can happen. So what I'm saying is, like, me and my girl, we had that off rip. It was weird. People ask that all the time. Like,
Y'all communication, how y'all
yeah, I mean,
communicate?
I came into my relationship different this time because of my past. So
Yeah.
I personally came into it differently. But even then, it is what it is. But like,
Just being more intentional about.
but yeah, so we had that. But a lot of people are stuck in this rut where they feel like they can't grow. Can't grow with this person. He's irritating type of deal. We just gonna go. He want to be this. I want to be that. He want to do this. I want to do that type of deal. So it's tension. But like you say, you guys grew and communicated, which means it can happen. All you gotta do is talk about it because
Exactly.
realistically, y'all had the same goal in mind. She want to get you to
Yeah,
where you
real
want to
talk,
go,
yeah.
and you trying to get to where you want to go. So realistically, if most people communicate, you realize that you got the same goal in mind. If y'all that kind of couple,
And because look, peep this. When you communicate effectively, then you're understanding this person. I believe, like you said, people want to go this way.
people want to go.
You know what I
everybody's
mean?
way.
And I believe, excuse me, I believe it gets to that point because it be sounding so cliche, but it be a lack of communication.
Communication is key.
Because if you communicate your ideals, your desires, your pains, what you like, what you don't like, and you with this person and they communicate that to you, now y'all don't have to argue.
You don't have to argue. You can see each
and
other's
say this
ideas.
or say that. Now y'all see each other's ideas. Now y'all can say, okay, maybe we might need to work on our communication more or something. We might need to work on this or we might need to work on that. Or I might say the things that you don't like,
Exactly.
I like.
Or you might say something that you never even thought of. Like I
can't live without that.
I got a
So you
friends,
now you know if you
right?
need to kick rocks
Right. I got
or
these
stay.
friends who, one was a DJ, he was a DJ, and then she wanted to do some kind of event planning or some sort.
Yeah.
Total opposites in their mind. Never thought about it. But once they figured it out, they brought it together, and now you an event planner, and he's the DJ for the company, for their own business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is communicate that. And y'all about to break up, and who knows what would have happened, because now you probably want an event plan. Now you probably stop DJing and go to a factory or something. But instead, now y'all got this flourishing company to where you
Because
get in and he the...
y'all communicated
All
better.
because you communicated. Now, I ain't saying that helped their relationship or not, but business aspect of it, on the business aspect, I don't know.
It's
I don't know
all-
the relationship, so I can't say that. But on the business aspect of it, it looked like y'all flourishing
Yeah. But
because of communication.
business is basically relationships.
Yes, it is.
You know, that's a relationship when you in the business with somebody. So again, with that, communication. And just talking about it, it was something I didn't even really thinking about it from the aspect.
Yeah.
But if you're doing business with people, especially people close to you,
gotta
communication.
You have to communicate.
Communication.
That's when things get iffy. Lines get crossed.
When you can tell
feelings get hurt.
people about themselves and y'all can have a conversation about that, then you in a good circle. You know what I mean?
You're supposed to be able to talk to
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
But everybody can't do that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
But a lot of people got like you say, working on themselves. So if you can't talk to yourself, I definitely can't talk to you. If I make myself upset thinking about what I do, and you know what I mean, I can't come to my boy if I feel a certain way about myself. Because anything you say, I'm gonna instantly feel that way already.
True.
But so you gotta work on that communication, and you gotta work on yourself, like we was talking about earlier, mental health, mental wealth.
Man, that's all you can do in life, bro. I mean,
Continuously work on yourself. Yeah, I agree, man.
Once you work on yourself, then we want to level up, but we don't want to level ourselves up. This year, one of my focuses is spending money on knowledge. Not just buying books. I'm talking about
seminars,
everything.
Doing things.
When I spend money on this knowledge, I'm going to value that knowledge differently.
I agree.
I don't think some things, whatever, if you want to be some things, school, like higher education in school is necessary. But I mean, we've already seen that it's really not essential.
It's not essential.
It's not essential.
It's necessary in certain
But that doesn't mean stop paying for education. Yeah. Right? Because the education you get now, more than likely, is firsthand. Yeah. From somebody who did it. And you paying way less
than going
to school. I'm not telling nobody not to go to school.
Nah.
But I'm saying invest in yourself.
Figure it out. I honestly would say though, in my own opinion, this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But I don't think a person should be able to go to or get married or go to college before the age of 25, bro. Like I think it's pointless.
Oh man,
25.
why you say that?
Because like when it comes to marriage, you don't even know yourself until 25. Personally,
Some people.
most people. And
You
if
could say some. You can say a majority. You can say this with marriage in America. I mean,
like,
it's-
we're in America. So
it's
I didn't want
different, you know what I mean?
to go that far with it
Yeah,
because
like
we're in America. But
I mean, the atmosphere is
my opinion
divorce.
is-
With
you should I feel like you should figure yourself out before you put another entity into that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like you don't figure yourself out until the age after 25.
I say
Mentally.
it's different for different people because you have people that's old and they've been high school sweethearts together since
we
then.
we got that, but
You know what I mean? It
was
might
that
not be
mentally-
every day.
Was
but
that did you do that because you wanted to, or did you do that because you had to? At 25,
never
I'm pretty
know.
sure you was just like,
You never know.
Let me
I know
step out."
people who didn't do it because they had to, because they never even had children. Because back in the day, it used to be like that. You get pregnant.
Yeah.
Now y'all gotta get
Yeah,
married.
that's yeah.
So I actually know people that's been together since high school.
I know
and it's
people who's
like,
been together since high school too, but what I'm saying is mentally you don't know yourself until a certain age. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying that you can't be
So-
together with someone.
Yeah, but I don't think that means that you have to do it by yourself. Because you might
I
find
feel like
somebody.
you should personally. just to
You
figure
might
yourself
find
out.
somebody. You might feel like you know yourself, or you might feel like y'all are finding who y'all both are together. So some people may not. Me myself personally, back in the day, I said I was gonna wait until I was well
See, I
into
feel
my
like
30s
I feel
or
like
40s.
you gotta wait until 25, or even when it comes to school, because right now
Why
when
school,
it comes
though?
to school, most people go to when you graduate high school. What they ask you, what you want to go to school for, and most people have no freaking idea what they want to go to school for. Most people don't know what they want to go to school for is to make money, whatever's making the most money, or whatever they like making the most money. You get what I'm saying? So you don't know what you want to go to school for. When you graduate high school, it's like, let's look on this list of things and see who can make the most money or what makes the most money. So then you go to school for 4 to 5 to 6 years and then realize this ain't had nothing to do with what you want to do in life for real, because you
But
didn't
that's
even
part of
understand
that's
your
part
dream.
of the journey.
And what I think is
That's
you
part of the
should
journey.
figure yourself out, meaning they always had a saying, if you work at what you like doing, it don't feel
It
like
ain't no
work.
job, yeah.
And I never understood that. because that never made
That's
sense
what
to me.
Karen Monique was saying.
Never made sense to
on
me.
the episode.
It never made sense to me personally, because we go to work to make money. Work is work. And that's how I always looked at it. But now, knowing what I know now, I never took the time to develop what I wanted to do. I never took the time to dream what I wanted to
Yeah.
do. I could be anything I wanted. Anybody can be anything they want if they have the time to dream. After high school, it was like, what makes the most money? I have to feed my son. And most people think, what makes the most money? What my parents think I should do. What did my dad do? It's never not what I've dreamed of. I don't want to be a firefighter. Most people want to be a firefighter at 3. You think they go be a firefighter after high school? No. They do it because it's a job.
I hear what you're
You
saying.
know what I'm saying? That's my
I'm
opinion.
gonna add this to it though, because even though this is how the school's set up now, the school system is set up a certain way now, and that's how it's set up. Right? But instead of just not going to school, I think people should be taught how to cultivate their dreams.
There we
So
go.
now when you're taught
There we
how to
go.
cultivate their
that should be in
dreams,
school.
then that means that school may be part of cultivating that dream. Because if you really want to be a doctor and you can't wait, you want to go to school
you gotta
and get
go.
there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's something you cannot.
And that's rare though, because most people that go to school to become a doctor don't finish becoming a doctor, because they get there and be like, this is not what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I don't like blood.
Well, sometimes you gotta go through the journey to be that's like
oh, I don't really like seeing someone hand cut off. That just messed my whole
that's
life
part of the
up.
journey of life though. And I think it really convert to business as well, right? Because I can feel like I want to start this type of business. I look at the numbers. I do a little bit of research. Oh, it looks profitable. Numbers
good.
look good, And then I start doing the business, and I'm like, I do not like doing this.
Like the
right?
idea of it.
Yeah. I like shooting weddings, but I'm going to send it to my editor. You know what I mean? That's over 10 hours of footage.
Yeah.
I'm going to send that to my editor. But I love shooting them because
Right.
I love that personal legacy type atmosphere events. I mean, that's just one of the things that I kind of like. But I knew
back end of
through doing weddings that I didn't like doing that whole process
Yeah.
myself. I had to do the weddings, you know what I mean?
Get
I
your
had to
feet
go
wet,
in
is
there,
that what you're saying?
I had to go in there and do it
That
to
makes
figure
sense.
out. So some
that's
like
what
that's
I-
part of the journey of life. Like
Yeah.
you do this, you try that, and really that's really what we getting our kids to do. Like they,
But
you
that's
want
why I
to
feel like
get into
school
this
is
sport.
pointless because you spend so much
Try
money
this
in
sport, but then there's certain things
And
you
then
might
you
find
stuck
there
there.
too. And I think one of the most valuable things that you get from
School
school
part,
is connections.
the connection part is cool. That makes sense. You know what I mean? That's what I tell my
connections
son
that you
and
get.
everybody. Like, you go to school to meet people, learn what you got to learn too. But
Exactly, because it's those connections that's gonna carry you through.
That's a huge beneficial factor of it. But for the most part, I don't see it, man. Because I'm 30 now, 34 now, and what I was doing at 25, I went to school to be a welder. I went to school to be an underwater welder, right? Why underwater welding? Because that made the most money, and I liked it.
What time you said you gotta be there, bro?
And I liked it. It's time to go. I got 5 minutes, and I liked it, right? So it's like, I like it, make a lot of money, make the most money. Why not go do it? Go to school, do what I do, come home 10 years later doing what I do. Now I realize I love welding. I don't like the atmosphere of welding. I hate dressing down every day going into a warehouse dirty. Me personally. That's just me. You know what I mean? So I done spent all this time learning something, which I like doing, but realistically I don't because I hate it every day.
But do you think it was valuable still, or do you think it was a waste of time?
I think it was a waste of time because I could have learned doing something different.
I disagree with you, bro.
I think it was a waste of time because although that I like it, I learned that I can be good at anything I do.
That's why I disagree with you, because of the lesson that you just said that you learned.
I mean, I learned
Like,
that, but I learned that prior to
I'm pretty
going to
sure you
school.
already knew that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
but
saying.
It became more apparent to you from this situation,
Yeah,
and
if
being
you
in
look
a
at it that
situation
way.
where you start seeing it like,
But
no,
if I wouldn't have went to
don't wanna-
school, I could have spent so much different time doing something different.
and you might not have liked that either. But it
Maybe,
would
maybe
have still
not.
gave you life lessons, though.
Maybe not.
And that's the
But
thing.
I feel like I wasted a lot of money, bro. When I could have
Hey.
went to school for business administration
Yeah.
because right now I'm in a business and that's the part I need to know. So now I got to go possibly either hire someone to do what I need to do or go back to school to learn something that realistically I should have learned off rip. Because when I left school, I was going to become a businessman. I remember me and Dominique, if we want to go there, I was leaving Grand Rapids to go to California to become an male exotic dancer / escort.
Bro,
That
I
was our
remember-
business.
I remember y'all was
Exactly,
talking
bro.
about that.
So off high school, off rip, I was a businessman. But because life hit you and you graduate, what makes the most money?
You start trying to live for the now.
You get what I'm saying?
instead
Right
of-
now.
yeah.
What can I do now? That business part, I didn't even think about that for 10, 15 years. But now I'm looking back at it, I was leaving high school to become a business. But I threw it away because I needed money now. What would happen now? If I would have took that time to figure that out, tell I'd be in California somewhere. Probably poor. Or maybe not. You know what I mean? You never know. Like you say, life lessons.
Yeah.
You never know where I could have ended
That's why
up.
I don't think it's a waste of time, because when you look at what you learn, and I'm pretty sure some deeper things that you took from that.
Yeah.
You know?
I get what you're saying.
And sometimes it take like, I don't want to go into this place here. I like what I do, but I don't want to go. I don't like this. I don't like that, and I don't really want to be here.
And that's where
when you start feeling like that, then it's a different kind of push for yourself in your life.
And that's what it is.
Sometimes, if you, let's say you work at a job, you making good money, great money, super good, stupid money at a
I know
job.
A lot of people who just quit,
but you don't love it.
Yes.
I mean,
that's the thing.
Now what you're doing is creating a regret for yourself. Ooh. In the sake of living comfortably.
Every day, now you mad. You don't even know why.
Man, listen. And this is what I've been having to say with this situation. All of these things are just things, bro. Mm-hmm. All of these things are just things.
In a blimp of a timeline.
In our short lifetime, all of these things are just things. The house, the cars.
I agree with that.
They just things. So what we lose in things, we can get back. What we lose in relationships, you can't always get back.
I feel that.
Missed relationships could happen from having certain closed mindsets. If everything go how it's all of these financial people talking and stuff start going real downhill, your relationships is your biggest currency. It's your biggest currency now.
I agree.
But imagine if stuff start going downhill, how big that currency is. Mm-hmm. Your relationships. So people will be chasing this. But if you chase your relationship and you chase perfection of your craft, I think it ain't no way you can lose.
Yeah, I agree with that. We don't put God above all of it, but yeah, I agree with that.
Definitely.
I agree with that.
Definitely. Because
I agree with that, for sure.
I see God in everything. And like, what I mean by that is the complexity of creation itself.
That's
to
deep.
Me, speaks God. It's order in the universe.
That's
you can look at it. The Fibonacci sequence.
That's deep.
The way stuff grows. The anatomy.
Everything has a pulse. I agree with that.
The way it is. It's design. It's a design to it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a whole different topic.
Boom.
I agree with that.
Sometimes you gotta believe in something greater than yourself too.
You have to. That was like my status the other day. You have to. What is your why?
What is your why?
Bigger than you? Some people why ain't. Some people why is some Jordans. Some people why
things. That's why I said they just things.
Yeah.
They just things. Yeah. That's it.
I agree.
They're things.
Material.
We've produced a mindset like these things really matter.
And they don't.
Before you had the thing, you didn't have the thing. Now that you have the thing. It's things.
And they put value on it.
And it really has no value.
It has no value. I was just
having I've been thinking about this.
My sister named yesterday. And we gonna
start cutting it out, but
yeah, I don't even know. It was, what is them shoes that they wear, them Crocs.
Oh yeah.
And they told me they spent $70 on them Crocs. And I was like, 3 years ago Crocs was $16 at the store. But because you retards start wearing these outside in public, they done up the price on y'all, and y'all still gonna wear them outside in public.
Things.
That makes no sense.
What do you value of yourself? If you need a thing to prove your value, then let's reevaluate some things. If you scared to wear something because of what brand it is, even though you looking at it like, that look dope, I like it. Let's reevaluate some things.
Yeah. I agree with that.
We can't get too deep into it. Now we gotta go.
We gotta go. Let's do a lot of reevaluating.
Yeah. Definitely.
And figure out your why. Is your why bigger than you? Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. Who knows?
But when your why is bigger than you and yourself,
think you found it.
Yeah.
I think you found it.
All right, people. If you love the episode, remember to like, subscribe, see future episodes. If you hated it, give us a thumbs down. Tell us why you hated it. We'll be back next week with animation artist Mike Lynn of Mike Lynn Animation. He does animation marketing. So he does a lot with marketing. But that's what we got coming up.
And start today and
Not tomorrow. All right, and we out.
Holla.